Welcome to Tales from the Classroom, recap week 13. This week we worked on the students' final presentations and projects. One student presented on the theme of the drive to height and how it captures the leaving behind of others and one's own humanness in favor of the will to power, as Nietzsche would call it. In the movie Metropolis, the mad scientist Rotwang creates the first machine man. Well, it is actually a machine woman, if that matters. The robot serves both a private and a public purpose. The motivation of Rotwang to create the robot is very human and relatable. It was the resurrection of his dead wife Hel, whom he misses so much, as she was taken from him too early. The other, more public reason is more cunning, as the robot takes on the shape of Maria, a messianic figure whom the working class looks up to as a potential escape from their dreadful, overworked existences. This impostor manipulates the people to leave behind their children and start a revolution against the oligarch who rules over them. As a consequence, the infrastructure of the city breaks down and the children are in danger of drowning as the water is flooding their living quarters. In Blade Runner, the figure of Rotwang is mirrored in the figure of the oligarch Tyrell, who creates mechanic workers called replicants, who nevertheless escape from the workplace and come hunting for him in an act of revenge. In Frankenstein, Victor defeats death, but the creature he creates comes back to haunt him as well. In all three cases, the reach for the sky is an act of creating something that is immortal and defeats death. Another student presented on the recent Louvre heist and looked at the stolen goods through the lens of Walter Benjamin's Angel of History. In this image, history is described as a series of catastrophes that lead to a pile of rubble that gets higher and higher, with pieces of the world falling apart. Tower of Babel reference here. The pieces stolen from the Louvre include Napoleon's jewelry that was very often the product of colonial exploitation, and the act of stealing and breaking them apart, which has probably happened by now, mirrors an act of crushing the symbolic order. Another student showed us a montage of American sport clips that showed us how close ambition, megalomania can be. Following their drive to height to the pinnacle of the sport, athletes need to leave behind their pride and their ego and sometimes their humanity to become gods, heroes for the people, even if it is just for a split second in the limelight of the public eye. But at what cost? Great job to all of you, Sophie, Anna, and Jessie. Happy to see how the class inspired you.